if you're watching this, you're the one who found this game's special perk. Surprise! In your hands right now is a fully functional phone. Fully functional, you say? Yes! Except its only functions are taking photos and posting them. You will have special access to the outside world during this game through the use of social media posts. And the audience, hello audience, will be able to interact with you. On condition. The audience bit is a secret. Do not tell the other students about that. You don't want to find out what will happen if you do. Also, I'll have full access to this account. So if anyone says anything interesting out of your ears, I'll be able to rip the security footage and post it myself if I so desire. Don't worry, I won't be giving you too much of an advantage. It's just something to make things more interesting for our audience. That's all for now, lucky contestant. Have a very fun game! Okay, Babykuma, you can turn it off now.
Okay, Dad.
Hello? I think? I just woke up in this place I don't recognize, and I found this phone. Does anyone know what the first post is about? If anyone's out there? What game? And what audience? And why is there a talking bear? I don't remember anything from before I woke up. Have I been kidnapped? Please, help! Okay, I think I'll go and look around and see if I can find a way out of here. If I do find anyone like you guys say. I hope it isn't the people who brought me here. I'm so confused and scared.
Just realized I didn't actually introduce myself. How rude of me. I'm so sorry. My name is Haruto Matsuda. I'm the ultimate aviator. I'm the one who found this phone. And I guess I'll be the one stuck with it. That's okay. You guys seem alright. Even if you can't exactly help me out of this situation, it's nice to have some company. I just hope I can find a way out of here. I don't like the vibes I'm getting. I don't like not being able to see the sky. I need some air.
I think I've calmed down enough for now. Thank you. I've checked this phone for any way to call for help, but nothing. It's totally rigged. I'm still determined to get a way out of here, though. I'll take a look around and show you guys if I find anything. I'm going out. Wish me luck, everyone. I see someone down the hall. Should I talk to them? They don't look too dangerous. Oh shit! They saw me! I'm sure it's fine. I'll just stay calm. Must have got this photo by complete accident, but I'll admit, taking a photo of a stranger from a distance while hiding behind a door probably isn't a good first impression. So I don't blame him for grabbing me by the scarf and making me talk. But wow, he's strong. He asked me why I was taking a photo and if I was part of the reason he was stuck here. I told him that I was just as confused as he was, and that I just found this phone that can only take photos. I don't think I can tell him the truth based on what the first post on here says. Then I told him that I'm just taking photos to document for the police or something when we get out of here, to prevent a kidnapping like this from happening again. He sort of stared me in the eyes for a few seconds before letting me go. I think that means he trusts me? Should I be remembering conversations word for word? It might make documenting easier.
Name's Takumi Ishida. If you couldn't tell based on my appearance, I'm the ultimate graffiti artist. Now, enough small talk, let's find a way out of here.
I figured, since we'd be working together, we should introduce ourselves. And after a bit of convincing, I managed to get him to agree to let me record his. I think he's a bit camera shy. Takumi Ishida, the ultimate graffiti artist. So there's two of us ultimates who have been kidnapped and taken to this place. I wonder why us specifically. Anyways, it's good to have friends now. Something tells me I can really trust him. We ran into this gate thing, which is promising. I know it doesn't look promising, but the fact that something is closed off means that it might be the way out. We'll keep looking around though.
Hope you guys didn't forget about me. How cute that our lucky contestant has already made a friend. Here's a treat for you, audience. I can upload photos from my camera footage with written transcripts of their conversations so you don't miss out. Might give Haruto an idea of how to remember his own conversations. Enjoy!
What's with the mask?
What, mine?
Duh, yours. Is it just to make yourself look cool, or...
Breathing problems.
Oh, I guess inhaling pain as a hobby would do that to you, huh?
Let's just keep searching. Look, there's a staircase over there.
I came on here to post a photo of the stairs we found, but I did not make that last post. Was that the bear thing? Monokuma? Kinda weird. How much does he hear? Do we have any privacy here? I'm worried now. Hopefully we'll be out soon anyway. Anyway, that aside, stairs. They're so ugly. Who designed them? More importantly, they're blocked up the top. So whatever's on the second floor is restricted. A lot of stuff is closed off to us right now. Takumi tried getting past the wires, but no luck. Takumi pointed out that this door specifically says school store. So I guess that confirms that wherever we are is supposed to be some sort of school. I did wake up in a classroom, but why would we be in a school? It looks so dirty here too. It has to be abandoned or something. We're gonna go and see what's inside here now. This room is full of knickknacks, including this thing. It looks like it's called a mono machine. I asked Takumi if he had any coins on him to see if it would work. He called me childish. That's okay though. I know he's just joking around. Nothing to help us out of here though. Not even amongst all the trinkets in here. When we left the school store, we found 2 more people. They look friendly and just as lost and confused as us. They just come out of what was labeled as the dining hall. I wonder if they're ultimates too. Looks like we have new friends. They don't have any idea why they're here either. They seem to have just woken up not too long ago, so they haven't explored as much as we have. Oh, I suppose I should introduce myself to them properly. I'll see if they're less camera shy than Takumi was.
Hey, I'm Eloise Garner. Collecting things is my pride and joy. Figurines, old comic books, rubber bands. Probably why I'm the ultimate collector. It's so nice to meet you.
Eloise Garner, the ultimate collector. So these guys are ultimates too. Interesting to know. She's cheery. It's nice to see another person smiling given the situation we're in. We had a fun conversation too. I'll try and remember everything. How do you collect so much stuff?
I go out searching for most of it, I guess. Takes a lot out of my paycheck, though.
You must have a lot of money if you can call yourself the ultimate collector.
Well, as a matter of fact, I can also call myself the ultimate burger flipper. I work just about as much as I can collect.
Wow, that's some dedication. I usually just sit in a plane.
Planes are so cool, though. I have to show you my model plane collection sometime.
My name is Rantaro Amami. I promise I'm not a bad guy. Nice to meet you.
He seems pretty calm about this whole thing. At least his presence seems to be having an effect on Takumi too. He feels a lot less stressed than before. Right, conversation. I think I'm getting the hang of remembering. Are you an ultimate too?
Yep, ultimate adventurer.
Oh, that's great! So surely you'd have some sort of idea where we are right now?
Unfortunately, haven't got a clue. And we can't exactly see outside.
Right.
My turn. What's with the phone?
Oh, yeah, I found this when I woke up. It only lets me take photos though.
Can't call for help then, huh?
Nope, I'm trying to document everything. When we get out of here, we can hand this over to the police. You know, so the people behind this can be held accountable.
Great. I sure hope that's soon.
Me too. We heard noises coming from the dining hall, so we peeked in and noticed that there was this on the screen. It said, "Can the people not in the gym already please go there immediately?" The people not in the gym? That meant us. But does that mean there are people in the gym already? Also, where's the gym? We figured since none of us had passed the gym that we continue forward. We passed some interesting looking doors on the way though. I'll see if I can get some photos if we go back. For now though, I wonder what's happening in the gym and who's in there. We haven't seen anyone else so far. I didn't notice it, but Takumi pointed out that I was shaking a little. He asked if I was okay, which was nice. I guess I'm more worried than I thought. Well, more updates coming. We ran into 2 more people when we found the gym. They were looking at the names on the lockers. Rantaro, Takumi, and I all noticed our names. Eloise went over to a second set of lockers and found hers among a bunch of other names she didn't recognize. Weird. So this means we've been targeted specifically. Does this also mean that there are 16 of us here? One person for each locker. That's a lot of people. What could anyone want with 16 strangers? Anyway, we don't have time to introduce ourselves right now. We have to move forward. This apprehension is killing me. Alright, I guess we're going in. I feel nervous, but I'm grateful that I'm not going in alone. Deep breaths. Let's go. Holy shit, that makes 16 of us. Everyone looks just as confused as us, and they all look so distinct. Definitely Ultimates too. Why were we all told to gather here? I guess we'll find out. Maybe I'll ask around and see if any of them know. Before I could even think twice about who to ask my questions to, this little guy popped up from behind where we entered the gym, holding what looked to be a long piece of paper with many, many words on it. I recognized the thing as the one from the screen in the dining hall. One similar looking to the one who made the first post on this account. If I'm going to make a guess, I think it would be the Babykuma mentioned at the end of Monokuma's video. Does that sound right to you guys? A few of the others seemed to think he was cute. If I didn't know any better, I'd agree. The rest of them were kind of disturbed when he came out, seemingly out of nowhere. I wonder what his business is here.
Hello, contestants. You'll be trapped here for the foreseeable future. The only way to get out is by killing each other. Welcome to the killing game. Here are the rules.
We weren't given any time to properly process what was going on when he said the words killing game. I think the paper he's reading from is a script of some kind. He's skipping words and talking stiffly as if he's trying hard not to mess up. That aside, killing each other? Why do we have to kill each other? Everyone looks as shocked and disgusted as I feel. I can't believe it. I won't believe it. I think I'm going to be sick. There has to be a mistake on the script somewhere. After the shock and panic set in to pretty much all of us, this one popped up behind the podium on the stage behind us. I immediately recognized him as Monokuma, the one from the first post. This can't be good. I know I can't say anything about knowing who he is or about you guys. I don't know why exactly, but I'm not about to disobey orders from someone who's just kidnapped all 16 of us and trapped us in a school. I'll keep my mouth shut. He told us not to mind Babykuma jumping the gun a little bit. Said he's a little malfunctionate for being his first son, but he's trying his best. I heard a few people sigh a breath of relief, but I don't think this is over yet. Thanks to the secret video, I have a feeling this game is real. Sorry if the video is a bit shakier than usual. Here's what Monokuma said.
Ahem! Welcome to the Ultimate Academy for Gifted Juveniles! Here is where you'll stay for the remainder of your lives! Unless you win the game, of course! In each of your pockets is a monopad, and on each of those monopads is the rules for this killing game! Make sure you read them nice and well. If anyone disobeys the rules, well, you'll learn very quickly not to do that again. I hope you guys haven't got too friendly with each other already. Or, well, it's entertaining either way.
We all checked our pockets, and sure enough, monopads were assigned to each of us. When I turned mine on, it had my name on the screen. So these have been programmed for the 16 of us specifically. This is real. This is a real sick game that we've been forced into playing.
I couldn't let our audience miss this adorable display of hope while Haruto put that phone down for a moment.
No! This isn't right! I don't care what you say! I won't be playing this game of yours!
Oh? Is that so?
It's very so! I won't ever kill another human being, no matter what mind tricks you pull on me!
I'm with Haruto. I won't be playing this game either.
How cute! cute.
So, I guess you guys saw that last post. Well, luckily everyone agreed with me and said the same. Except, well, a few people.
But you are.
What?
You're playing the game already. That defiance of yours, it's all part of the show.
What are you trying to say?
You can't choose not to participate. The game has already begun.
What's his problem? He's kind of creeping me out. I don't like the way he talks. But I won't give up on him, or listen to what he says. I know that we won't kill each other. Just when I thought that conversation was over, this other guy started talking too.
I agree. It definitely won't be that easy.
What do you mean, that easy? We can literally just choose not to kill each other and find a way out.
Don't be naive.
Hey, I'm not naive.
Do you really think whoever has kidnapped all 16 of us and taken us to this facility to participate in this game would be satisfied with us living together peacefully, or would allow the opportunity for escape?
Well,
Look. Hey, Monokuma. What happens if we just don't kill each other?
Oh, don't worry. You will.
and with that, Monokuma wished us well and disappeared out of existence. Well, not a good start, but I'm sure we can all get on the same page eventually. And besides, that's just 2 people out of the 16 of us. I can't let them get to me. Babykuma left slowly after Monokuma, seemingly just noticing he should probably leave us too. And no one spoke. After some time, this girl came up to me and very quietly asked me what we should do now. Everyone else looks so worried. They're all looking at me. I guess I have to step up and give them some hope. We have to become friends and trust each other so that no one is tempted to kill. I thought up an answer, and, well, one of the girls got a little feisty about it. How about we go around and introduce ourselves to each other, so we can get comfortable with everyone?
What, like go around in a circle and say our names and a little fun fact about ourselves?
I mean, kinda. I think it'd be good if we got to know each other before making any big decisions.
This isn't preschool. I think it's kind of stupid.
Would you rather die then?
I have to thank Rantaro for backing me up there, but what he said just sent chills down my spine, regardless of how calm he said it. He's right, though. If we don't get along, that very well might be our reality. She seemed to reconsider after he said that, and people slowly broke off and went towards others they didn't know. I think I should introduce myself first, to fix things a little.
If you somehow don't already know, I'm Natasha Bellefleur, world-renowned ultimate model, poster girl for just about every magazine you can think of. You should be honored.
Natasha Bellefleur, the ultimate model. Honestly, I could have guessed this one myself. She's really pretty. She wasn't shy in front of the camera at all either. I was surprised by how sweet her voice sounded when she wasn't announcing her thoughts to the rest of the group. Maybe there's more to her than it seems.
So what's your deal then, ultimate pilot?
Oh, right. Sorry. I'm Haruto Matsuda. I'm actually the ultimate aviator.
Is there really a difference?
I guess not, really.
You're still a bit of a dork either way.
Ouch?
Don't take it personally, sweetheart. I don't normally give my attention to people undeserving of it.
I think that means she forgives me. Cool. Good start. Immediately after my conversation with Natasha was done, another girl ran up to me and pretty much tackled me with a hug. She seemed like a bundle of energy for sure. She'll be the next person I talk to, I guess.
Hi, I'm Aiko Dove, the ultimate cupid. Can't say I've had too much luck in the love department myself, but I just adore watching the slow burn of other couples. Wait, who is that over there?
I didn't get a chance to even talk to her properly before she ran off in the direction she was looking. She seems infatuated. Aiko Dove, the ultimate cupid. Having a matchmaker might make things a little interesting. If she even gets a chance to show off her talent at all. I mean, if we're stuck here together for a long time, Hopefully not, though. I guess I'll be introducing myself to the guy she ran over to next.
Sup, noob? I'm Kenji Takahashi, the ultimate hacker. Hey, don't try anything with me, alright? Because I can find your government files at the click of a button, ha ha ha!
Kenji Takahashi, the ultimate hacker. I wonder if there's anything here he could hack into to get us out. Could be useful, especially if he knows how to hack government files. Oh god, what else does he know? Immediately after I finished with this video, Aiko latched onto him and gave him one of our hugs that she's been greeting every introduction with. Except, she didn't let go.
Hi?
It's so nice to meet you, Kenji. I'm Aiko. I'm the ultimate Cupid.
Could have fooled me. Thought you were the ultimate hugger. Could you get off of me?
But we have so much to talk about now that we can get to know each other. Tell me more about your talents. Please.
Did you do this to you too?
No, just you. I was thinking about following Aiko around for some more introductions, but I guess she'll be stuck here for a while. I think these two will be stuck together for a while. Guess I should check and see how everyone else is going. Oh, Takumi's close by. Looks like things are going well. So I won't bother him for now, though. Maybe I'll bother him later. Look, more friends over here with, that guy. I don't really want to introduce myself alone to him. So I guess I should probably go now, huh? Take my chance while Eloise and Rantaro are with him. This'll be fine. Maybe we'll get along a bit better this time.
Victor Thorne, ultimate butcher. And I'd be careful if I were you. Standing up like that, defying Monokuma. You're painting yourself out to be an easy target. Watch your step, alright?
I was sort of hoping he'd talk to all of us as a group, but he sort of leaned way too close to me and lowered his voice when he introduced himself.
You know, Haruto, you're the third person to talk to me.
Third? But we've been doing this for a while now.
Yes. Seems like everyone is just as afraid of the truth as each other.
The truth?
That we all die here.
No, that's not true.
Ah, you're catching on. Good.
Victor Thorne, the ultimate butcher. I thought talking to him might ease the nerves I get around him, but I guess it made it worse. I guess I'll keep an eye out for him, like all you say. Just before I could go to anyone else, this guy spoke up again and interrupted all of us.
What are we even doing? There's no need to waste time to get friendly with each other. We should be investigating the premises, finding clues, or better yet, escaping.
You might have missed the memo, dumbass. We're stuck here.
And we're not even trying to get out. If we find a missing piece and use it to our advantage, we likely won't even have to associate with each other ever again.
Everyone's shoulders sank a bit, and just before I could get a word of my own in, he took over again.
Let's split up and search. If you happen to find an exit, alert the nearest person. If, however, none of us are able to find a definitive method of escape, we'll meet back here in the gym at the end of the day and discuss our findings. Got it?
The way he spoke sort of decided it for all of us. A way of escaping does sound appealing right now. I can't blame them all. Still, though, I think it's important we all trust each other before we split into groups. Takumi came over and asked me if I wanted to join him. Thankfully, I was about to go and find him myself. I contemplated asking Eloise and Rantaro if they wanted to come too, but they seemed eager to be around Victor. Well, one of them did at least. And I don't want to make their search group too big. No other reason. Anyway, I asked Takumi if we could wait until everyone left, so I could keep a note on who went in what groups. Not that I don't have full faith in all of us not to kill each other, it's just good to note. I'm with Takumi, Eloise, Rantaro, and Victor are together. The two that we found together at the locker seem to be sticking together. The girl with the skates and the person with the wetsuit are together, but it looks like the skater girl dragged the other along. The ginger with the glasses who keeps interrupting me is on his own. The beat-looking girl is also on her own. Kenji looks like he was going off on his own until Aiko chased after him. Natasha's gone with the quiet girl in the overalls and the guy with pink hair. I think that's everyone. If at any point we notice anything different, we should probably ask about it. Just to be safe. I don't want to be suspicious of my friends, but the anxiety is eating me up inside. We left the gym after everyone else and followed down the hall we came through.
How are you feeling about all this?
Well, I'm confident that we can get along and find a way out of here. I just wish that guy didn't cut the introduction short.
Yeah, me too. I had my eye on him from the get-go because he stayed in the corner the whole time. I don't think he introduced himself to anyone.
Weird. Maybe he just needs a little bit more time before opening up to us. We'll crack that shell of his.
You think we'll find a way out of here?
Only one way to find out, and that's to look. Off towards our next adventure. We're thinking of backtracking the way we came, because we know there's some places we missed. Oh, I can get some photos of the doors I mentioned earlier, too. Here's one of the doors we found on the way there. It looks really out of place in a filthy building like this. As you can see, it's covered in hearts for some reason, and the sign says Lab. Takumi pointed out the bow and arrow, and suggests this may be a Cupid's bow and arrow. Could this room have something to do with Aiko? I suggested we go inside, but it wouldn't open. Anyone have any ideas of what could be inside? I remembered there was another door similar to the love theme one further down the hall, and we ran into Natasha's group there. The pink-haired dude explained that he thinks the door has something to do with the ultimate talent. But he can't open it. It also had a sign labeled Lab. We didn't see any others on the way here, though. I asked them if they think maybe there would be other doors relating to the rest of our ultimates on the other floors where the stairs are blocked off. Monokuma appeared out of seemingly nowhere, and he answered as if he's been listening this whole time.
Due to, unfortunate circumstances, we've had to start this killing game a little ahead of schedule.
What does that have to do with these rooms?
These rooms, which are your ultimate research labs, by the way, aren't fully constructed yet. So they'll be locked until they are.
Is that also why the other floors were blocked off?
I get it, okay? Jeez. It's not our fault we had to start early.
Wait, who's doing the construction then?
Oh, you don't have to worry about the nitty-gritty details. It'll be happening at night when you're all tucked away in your beds. So don't worry.
Before we could all ask anything else, he vanished into thin air again. How does he do that? I wish I could do that. Anyway, what's an ultimate research lab? I guess we were right. These do relate to us. And if more are being built overnight... We talked for a little bit after Monokuma left to ease the tension. How did you guys go in the gym?
I was kind of hitting it off with a few people before that dude in the glasses interrupted.
Yeah, wish that nerd hadn't cut us off like that.
I thought you said introducing ourselves was stupid.
Well,
She sort of looked at me for a brief second when she paused.
I changed my mind, obviously.
Clearly.
Whose smart idea is it anyways to make us split up right after being told to kill each other? He's basically begging for murder.
Do you think this was part of his plan?
If it wasn't a part of his plan, that creepy black-haired chain guy will definitely do something.
Come on, guys. They want to get out of here just as much as we do. If we gossip like this, it'll tear us apart.
There'd be less to gossip about if we maybe got to know each other better before splitting up.
I think I'm getting a hang of remembering conversations well. This is definitely a brain exercise and a half. Part of me wants to agree with them, but no. We can't start infighting already. The stakes are too high for us to make enemies. We should be making friends instead. Speaking of, I don't know 2 out of 3 of this group's names yet.
Dante Higashi's the name. Party throwing's my game. Hey, you don't seem so bad yourself. Would you be down to be my +1 sometime? After we get out of here.
Oh, Dante Higashi, the ultimate party planner. No wonder he's so fun. Party planner, huh? That's specific. You must be pretty good at it then.
Oh, trust me. I can handle birthday parties, weddings, raves, normal house parties, you name it. I can do funerals, too.
Good to know. Hey, what sort of things do you do at those parties?
You know, the usual.
Right, the usual.
Do you not party much? Oh, that's so cute. I have to take you to one of mine one day. My treat.
He was very insistent on having me come to a party of his one day. You can't say I've been invited to parties before. Hey, it could be fun, I think. I don't really know what people do at parties, let alone at Dante's. Should I be worried, guys? I think introducing myself to the other girl will go a little calmer than this one did. She seems quiet.
My name's Lily. Lily Chen. I'm a bit shaken right now, so I'm sorry if I come off a little timid. I appreciate everything you said, though.
Aw, her name's Lily. Like the flower. Lily Chen, the ultimate... Wait, she didn't tell me her ultimate talent.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot to say. I'm the ultimate gardener.
I could have guessed that. Look at you.
Look at me?
Yeah, you've got flowers in your hair and you're wearing the boots for it. Oh, you've even got a bit of dirt stain in your overalls.
Yeah. It's hard to keep them clean when I spend most of my time in the garden. I do try, though.
Hey, no stress. It's cute. Everyone's looks sort of tie into their talents here.
Yeah, true. I guess you're the ultimate pilot then, right?
Aviator, actually, but close.
Aw, so close.
She's really nice to talk to. I hope I made her feel comfortable enough. Hearing her say that she appreciated my words from earlier sort of helped reassure me that I was doing the right thing, trying to keep everyone united. Let's keep moving forward then. I think we'll split up from this group again, so we can cover more ground. It's good that we're all staying in numbers and all of us are trustworthy. We said bye and split up with the others. Back down this hallway again, with these horrible stairs still existing. From what Monokuma told us, that means the floor above the stairs is still being constructed. And construction only happens at nighttime when we're supposedly asleep? Still wondering who does the construction. And if there are other people, why aren't they helping us get out of here? Wait, I think I hear something. I'll update you guys in a bit. When we turned the corner, this girl came screaming towards us on what looked like roller skates and nearly crashed into us. Just about scared Takumi out of his skin. Not me, though. Anyway, she was puffed out and sweating, and she told us she found a door that looked like an exit out of the building. That was fast. Sorry if this post is messy. I'm writing it as we're running towards the exit. And wow, this girl is good on skates. Those gates we found earlier were open now. We followed our friend to where the door they found was. I can see light. But why is the other person just standing there? Shouldn't they be running out into the exit? I'm sure they're stunned out of pure relief that we're free. Oh, I can't wait to tell the others too. Right, that would be it. I don't know why I got my hopes up. The sky's all there. I can see the clouds, but there's no way out. We're surrounded by a dome or something, which means we aren't escaping. And worse, no flying for me. Guess I can stop fantasizing about finding a plane and flying us all to safety then. Damn it. It was then that Takumi started talking. And I actually have to share this because, I don't know. I think it's really cool what he did.
Hey, don't look so discouraged. We're not even an hour into exploring yet. This door just led us to even more hope of escaping.
Really?
Yeah, really. Don't give up hope. There's so much ground to cover still. We've barely just started.
He's right, and there's more room for me to skate around too. We'll find the exit in no time now.
Not even I felt okay enough to give a hope-inspiring speech. I told him I think I'm rubbing off on him. He brushed me off, but I could tell he's softening up a little bit. He picked these two right back up again. Well, the roller skater anyway. The other one is a little harder to read. I should probably introduce myself to them before we split up and keep looking.
Hey, you've got some guts standing up to the bear like that. I like that about you. Name's Roxy Valencia, by the way.
Another person who says they appreciated the whole ordeal from the gym. That's a relief at least. It seems we have more people on our side than not. Anyone could have guessed she was the ultimate roller skater. She's so confident on them. And it definitely takes someone with her energy to be able to constantly skate like that. Roxy Valencia. Such a cool name, too. Okay. Yeah, nearly forgot to write our conversation. Sorry.
What's up with the mask?
Oh, Takumi's? It's for his
ultimate graffiti artist. Stops me from inhaling the fumes.
Ooh, doubles as a way to hide your face from the police, too.
I guess?
Hey, as someone who skates where she isn't legally allowed to, I get it. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Right. My turn to ask then. What's with all the band-aids? I mean, you're the ultimate roller skater. Surely those aren't from skating.
Just because it's my ultimate talent doesn't mean I'm perfect, you know? Roller skating is hard work.
She has a point. I nearly crashed a plane once. My uncle was not happy.
Dude.
I asked Takumi quietly after why he cut me off when I was going to explain his asthma, and he told me that we need to remember the stakes of our situation. I hate that he even doubts people like Roxy, but I can't blame him. Maybe trusting others doesn't come naturally to him. We'll introduce ourselves to the other person so we can keep pushing forward.
I'm Nami Aoyama. I'm the ultimate marine biologist. And I wish I was anywhere but here right now. I miss my sharks.
This is Nami Aoyama, the ultimate marine biologist. And wow, I know none of us want to be here, but I can really tell with this one.
I guess that explains the wetsuit.
Though I don't know if I associate wetsuit with marine biologist. I thought maybe you look a little more science-y?
You two look like walking stereotypes of your talents.
Oh, I guess you're right. Maybe we shouldn't talk on outfits.
Normally, when I find the world is too much for me, I like to float in my tank with my fish.
Oh, I totally get it. It like connects you with the fish better.
It mostly just feels nice, but yeah, that too.
Cool. When I get stressed out, I like to sit in an open field in the fresh air. I guess we're kind of opposites there. We talked for a little while, but I'm still having trouble figuring her out. But I like listening to them talk about fish. I can't tell surely, but I'm certain there's a tiny smile hidden away in that jacket when she gets to talk about her talent. Actually, now that I'm looking closer at her face... No, never mind. We're gonna split with these two and go in the opposite direction to cover more ground. I wonder if the others are still inside the school. Turning around, we notice that B-Girl is actually out here too, which means that Nami and Roxy probably weren't the first ones to find the door, just the only ones to think it was an exit. Oh well, I wonder what she's doing. Takumi noticed my interest in her and quietly said to me,
Hey, I don't know if bugging her right now would be a good idea.
Bugging? I get it. Why though?
I introduced myself to her in the gym because I thought she looked approachable. Let's just say, she's not.
Aw, are you just scared of talking to cute girls, Takumi?
What? No, I mean...
Relax, buddy. What's the worst that can happen? Besides, I haven't even introduced myself to her. Now is the least awkward time to do that.
Alright then. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Jeez, guys. Takumi's chickening out on me a little this time. She's just a girl who likes bees. Really, what's so scary about that? Look at her. Anyways, I'll give an update. I know she doesn't look happy in this picture, but I assure you guys, it went perfectly fine. Takumi sat out on this one, by the way. Hi. What are you doing with your head in the grass?
Take a wild guess, aviator.
Are you eating it? I think dogs do that when they're sick. Are you sick?
No, I'm looking for bees, idiot.
Oh, found any?
No, nothing.
Oh no, that's unbelievable.
You know we're in a killing game, right?
Okay, now that I'm recounting it, maybe it didn't go quite as planned. Surely she's in a bad mood or something. She's too cute to be this mad all the time. I didn't catch your name, by the way. Mind doing a quick intro?
Are you gonna record it?
If that's okay, for documenting purposes.
I guess I can make some time.
Hi, my name is Emiko Sato, and unless you're a bee, I probably don't care about you all that much. Sorry. But you seem like you have a spine of some sorts. So, maybe you're alright. For a person.
That smile. It's like she changed into a completely different person. She's the ultimate beekeeper, too. Should have seen that coming. Even her name is cute. Emiko Sato.
Are you done recording?
Yeah. Thanks, Emiko.
Haruto, do you really think we'll all be able to get along and find a way to escape?
Her face suddenly turned into a genuine-looking frown, and I couldn't help but feel bad for her. Aw. I mean, I think so. As long as we keep our hopes up and have each other's backs.
Wow! Sorry. You're more of an idiot than I thought.
Okay, she laughed at me. So what? What's that you said about me having spine?
Don't get used to it, dummy. What you make up for in spine, you definitely lack in other places.
What? I left her alone after that. Went back over to Takumi, who just looked at me as if to say, told you so. But I think it went okay. You guys think so too, right? Anyway, moving on, I think. Turning away from Emiko, we realize that there's a path that seemingly goes behind the whole building. It looks long, too. Better stay close to each other. We have no idea what lies behind the school. Not like I'm scared or anything, though. Mostly just for Takumi's protection, you know? We found this giant shed-looking thing. That's where this door is. We're thinking if there's a way of escaping, there's a good chance it would be hidden in a place like this. Takumi's going in first because, well, I think he could build a little courage. You know? There's a bunch of weird machines and stuff in here, as well as one of those TV monitor things we saw in the other places. Which means this place is probably not outside of Monokuma's knowledge. Takumi said he noticed something interesting and called me over. One sec. Holy shit! A manhole? I think. It's got a logo on it too. There's no way this isn't a cover.
Yeah, it's definitely something. Might be a way out.
I should go get the others.
Wait, Haruto. We don't know what this is for sure yet. Let's wait before getting their hopes up and telling anyone.
Tell anyone what?
We looked in the direction the new voice came from and... oh boy. We haven't seen him since we were all in a gym and he took over to tell everyone to split up. He went alone, so it makes sense that he showed up here alone too. He came through the other door, so I guess he's been looking on the other side of the yard this whole time. Before I had a chance to answer, Takumi took charge, but I kept close.
Well?
Why should we tell you?
I thought your friend said we were all in this together, did he not?
That means nothing coming from you. Literally none of us even know your name yet.
And why does knowing my name determine my worth?
If we want to get out of here, we have to work together. If we want to work together, we have to trust each other.
It seems like you to use the word trust too lightly.
Look, if you want to know what we're talking about, we have to know your name. It's a fair trade, and you didn't exactly make a good first impression.
Why must you know who I am? All right. You seem trustworthy enough. My name is Louis Melecio. I'm the ultimate conspiracist, and I already have a few theories about what's going on in this place.
Yeah, he finally gave it to us. This is a good start. Perhaps the start of a friendship. I'm curious, how do you spell it?
I don't imagine that would be very important, unless you were planning on making a written apology addressed to me for having to deal with your nonsense.
I was just wondering.
L-U-I-S. The S is silent.
Right. And what's the deal with the string? I get you're a conspiracist, but do you have to carry it around with you everywhere?
I mean...
And can you see out of that funny glass lens? Or is it just for design?
Could you kindly stop patronizing me, please? And tell me what it is you two found. I don't think the others would appreciate not being told if an exit had been discovered.
No, it's not that. Well, we aren't sure. We didn't want to get our hopes up before looking.
I see. Where?
Down that manhole. We just need to get the cover off and see if it really is covering anything up.
By the looks of the room we're in, I wouldn't doubt it.
We went back over the manhole as a group, and Takumi tried lifting it, but it looked heavy. Might have to put the phone away and have all three of us try together. Be right back.
Whilst those weaklings spend an awful amount of time trying to lift a piece of heavy metal together, you, audience! Is there any group you'd like to check in with? Vote in the comments and I may take some footage from their area and share it for you all to enjoy. So, these three won the poll. What an interesting trio. Let's see what they're up to, shall we?
It's a good thing we found a way out. I was starting to miss breathing fresh air. What were you saying about your sister, Rantaro?
Sisters, 12.
12? I must have totally missed something.
I haven't got a small family, that's for sure.
Oh, I'd love to meet them all sometime. What about you, Victor? Have you got any family you can talk about?
You're trying too hard.
Come on, it's just to fill the empty space between searching.
Yeah, you've been real quiet.
In amongst all of Eloise's yapping, do I really have a chance?
Okay. I'll give you a chance then. Go on.
Let's just keep moving. I think the others must already be out here.
Come on, Victor. Don't fall too far behind.
Sure thing.
I can't figure him out. Are you sure he wouldn't rather be alone?
I think he just needs a bit to warm up. Besides, safety in numbers, right?
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous, that's all.
It's okay. I'm here to make you less nervous.
Hey, what's that building ahead of us?
Oh, does that say dorms?
Uh-oh. Why do I get the feeling Monokuma doesn't expect us to escape anytime soon?
We finally got the cover off after a lot of effort. Like, it was heavy, even with the three of us lifting it. But we got it. And I noticed the 2 extra posts. I guess that's what Monokuma meant by an advantage on the very first post. It's good that Eloise, Rantaro, and Victor seem to be getting along. Though I'm a little disheartened that Monokuma seemingly not stopping us from going into this hole. I don't know how I tell the other 2 not to get their hopes up. It's okay. I'm sure there's some secret in here even Monokuma doesn't know about. Takumi and Louis argued a little bit before Takumi agreed to go first. Wow, my bravery must be rubbing off on him. Anyway, I'll update you all when we're down there. Sorry for the horrible lighting. It was so dark down here. It's like a sewer system almost, at least I think. I'll be writing down this conversation in case... No, I can't let my worries consume me. I'm sure it'll be fine. What's that?
Seems like a passageway of sorts. There's only one way to become sure.
You're not gonna go in there alone, are you?
It's uncertain what's in there, but it could be an exit. Someone has to find out.
But it could be dangerous.
He's right, Haruto.
But...
If anyone will have any clue of what's going on in there, it'll be me, thank you. Wait here.
And we watched him disappear into the depths of the darkness. I really hope he's alright. So, we've been waiting around for a while. It's been like an hour. I'm getting a bit worried. Maybe I should go.
No, don't, Haruto.
But what if something happened?
If something happened, what good would sending you in do?
I could get him out.
And who would get you out if something happened to you two?
Don't worry, I'd be careful.
You're not going.
But...
Haruto, we can't lose you too. I don't...
You don't... what?
Never mind. Just... stay, please. If he doesn't come back soon, then we can worry. But for now, we have to be patient. He's the ultimate conspiracist after all. He's probably just wrapping his head around things.
Right.
Or he's found an exit and escaped.
No, he'd come back and tell us.
Sure.
I keep checking the clock to see the minutes tick by. Thank goodness Takumi is here to make things a little less unbearable. Still, after an uncomfortable amount of time, we heard slow footsteps, and Louis came stumbling out, looking like this. Louis, you look horrible. What happened in there? Are you okay?
Did you find an exit?
Stop bombarding me.
We're just worried about you. Can you tell us what you found?
It was hard, but I'm not quite certain yet. I'll need to collect my thoughts and theorize.
Sure, but we need to get out of here as soon as possible, so...
Don't think I don't understand the urgency of our situation. I don't want to die as much as the both of you.
Okay. It's okay. We can wait. I mean, we're all getting along. I don't think anything will go wrong. In fact, I'm certain.
Fine.
And could the two of you kindly not tell the others about this place while I try to figure it out?
But I thought we were untrustworthy.
You are, but you're slightly less untrustworthy than the rest of them, and it's not safe.
I never thought upon meeting him that I'd be relieved to see him. He stumbled a bit, and I rushed over to help him, but he shrugged me off and said he was okay. He looked exhausted, though. What could have been in there? It's okay. A little longer here won't bother me, or the others, I'm sure. Louis suggested we go back to the gym, because it's seemingly nearing the end of the day, and the others are probably heading there too to report any findings they had. He walked ahead of us, but I stuck close to Takumi. If he's the ultimate conspiracist, do you think he has some idea about what's going on?
Conspiracist doesn't mean he'll be right. But maybe.
I can hear you two prattling away behind me. You're not very subtle.
Sorry.
As for an answer, I do believe I have some theories already.
Like?
Undisclosed.
Very helpful.
Nobody takes my theories seriously. Who am I to assume you won't be the same?
Come on, Louis, you can tell us. Promise. We have to work together.
Your emphasis on unity is noted.
Does that mean you won't tell us? I can't tell if we're getting through to him, but something he said earlier makes me feel like maybe, just maybe, there's a chance he'll come to trust us. Anyway, we're nearing the gym by the time I finish writing this. Luckily, everyone else was already there when we got to the gym.
Looks like that makes all 16 of us.
Wow, is he okay?
Don't let my disheveled appearance deceive you. I got in a hard situation, no further detail needed. Now, if everyone's present, let's start by sharing our findings. I presume nobody found an exit or has anything urgent to share, so we can circle around the room.
I guess that means we start. We figured everyone else would be exploring outdoors, so we stayed in the school and searched all of the available classrooms. No notable ways out through the inside, or things that could possibly help us either.
Did you find anything else worth noting at least?
Just that the higher floor seems to be blocked off with no way through, but I doubt that we were the first ones to notice that.
Yeah. Damn.
Apologies if we weren't of much service.
No, doing a thorough check of the school was a good thing to do. Thank you both.
Would be helpful if we had any new information, however.
Regardless, I recommend everyone have a look around the building at their own pace too. It's a good idea to have a clear idea of our surroundings and the facilities lent to us.
The girl didn't speak. Now that I think about it, I don't think I've heard her speak at all. Not important, though. What's important is the information we got. It's good to know nothing was missed inside the school.
Me and Nami here thought we found an exit, but it was just the exit to the school. And I'm pretty sure we weren't the first ones to find it.
That would have been me.
Yeah, anyway, after that bummer, we split with Haruto and Takumi and searched opposite sides of the yard. We didn't find anything important either.
We did see that guy snooping around alone.
That's none of your business.
Oh, we did notice a bunch of big buildings around the yard, but they're all locked.
Any idea what they are?
Nope.
I wonder. A lot of things are blocked off to us right now. Maybe they're still in construction as well? Also, it makes sense that they ran into Louis at some point. He was on their side of the yard before running into us. Alright, I'm starting to get an idea of where everyone was.
I walked around the outside of the whole entire dome, thinking Aiko would eventually get bored and leave, but...
I didn't!
The whole thing?
It's so sweet how hard he tries, isn't it?
Anyway, we found nothing. No ins or outs above or below. No gaps in the dome either. We're fully trapped in here.
That's not great to hear. But I'm sure that isn't our only chance out either. Thanks for checking the area, you two. It helps a lot.
All in a day's work for Takahashi, haha!
Nothing feels like right with you, Kenji.
It's a shame that there were no oversights when Monokuma, or whoever built this place, made the dome. Not even a crack or a place to dig. We're getting all of our bases covered at least.
We stuck around inside for a while as well, but we found these overly decorated doors called labs. We think they're related to us.
More specifically, to moi. One of the doors was covered in confetti and balloons.
And the other was in hearts. So we think it might be related to Aiko's talent.
Ooh! A room dedicated to the art of matchmaking. I like the sound of that.
No way, Indo. Dante tried the door on his and it didn't budge.
That's when Takumi and I ran into you guys, right? And Monokuma told us that the building is still under construction.
But if we're the only ones here, who's to do the construction?
He said it'll happen at night, so no idea. Maybe the rooms will unlock soon, though.
Days? Weeks?
About that. I'll explain after these three are done with their report.
You interrupted the best part. You guys won't believe this, but we found a pool as well.
Pool?
I know! Pool party time! How's about a skinny dip, boys?
Maybe some other time. If that's all, Eloise, what were you gonna say?
Well, when we were looking around, we noticed a giant building that said dorms. So...
Each one of us has an assigned dorm. Bed, belongings, clothes, the whole package.
Wait, like a bedroom? So they expect us to stay here overnight?
They were all comfortable rooms, too. So I don't think it's gonna be a one-night stay.
Wait, did you go into everyone's rooms?
No, not everyone's. It was just to check and see if anything was off about any of them.
I wasn't accusing you of anything immoral, but your bag does seem a bit full.
Every room also comes with a key, perhaps to protect against potential perpetrators.
No! None of us will do anything like that.
High hopes.
He's right, Victor. I don't think we need the keys for that, just for a bit of privacy.
We also ran into Monokuma and Babykuma a few times. They seem to just Up here out of nowhere whenever we asked a question worth answering. I think they're always watching us.
Come to think of it, yeah, Monokuma did that to us too at Dante's lab.
Duly noted.
I thought about the post Monokuma did as well. I can't bring it up to them, but I'm sure Rantaro's on the right track there. At least, I know Monokuma's always watching me on this account. What about you, Emiko? Did you find anything?
No, not a single bee anywhere.
Anything important?
Are you saying bees aren't important?
I think that's really important information when you think about it. Bees would normally thrive in this environment, right? So why aren't there any? Or any other bugs for that matter?
Someone gets it.
Shh. It's okay, Miss Sato. We'll keep an eye out for any of your bee friends, okay?
Okay. Thanks.
That was a close one, but our information is valuable. I hadn't considered it at all, but it looks like there's no other living things besides us, and Monokuma, I guess, here. Not even a single ant or fly. I guess it's our turn to share now. Not that we can share anything at the moment, though. I really hope Louis hurries up that thinking and gets us out of here.
I suppose we're the last. We, unfortunately, didn't Haruto, could you kindly get that camera out of my face?
What? I'm documenting.
Fine. We didn't find anything worth noting for the day. Rest assured, though, I've been thinking about what brought us to this vicinity, and I might be getting closer to discovering something.
Right, very useful, wise guy. We don't even know your name. Can we have some of that info at least?
Well...
Come on, a name won't hurt.
Fine, if you insist. My name is Louis. Happy?
Dork name, but happy. Thanks.
What about your ultimate talent? You look kinda wacky.
I think I've shared enough information for one evening.
Oh man.
I'm proud of him for being able to share his name with the group. That's such a good first step. But still no sign of escape from the others. What to do now?
Looks like Haruto is testing his luck and trying to be a leader of sorts. Let's see what he's got to say, shall we?
Okay, well, if that's everything everyone has to say, Eloise, Rantaro, could you walk us to the dorms? It's getting late. I think we should all get some rest so we can pick up our escape tomorrow.
Can do.
Where do we meet up in the morning?
Oh, good point. The gym feels a little too uncomfortable. I know. How about we all meet up in the dining hall first thing in the morning?
Makes sense to me. It's closed before the end of night time, but as long as we're all up after 8 a.m., we can meet there.
Oh, Rantaro, and I noticed food in there when we woke up earlier today. I can make us breakfast.
I don't think burgers are good breakfast food.
Okay, you're right. I'm sure at least one of us can make food, right?
We can sort out the details on the way to the dorms. It's near the end of nighttime. The gym will close up soon. Take the lead, El.
On it. Everyone, follow us.
Looks like the gang is making their way over to their dorms for the night. Sweet dreams, Haruto!
We decided to pack it in for a day and meet up at the dining hall around 8 a.m. in the morning. Eloise, Rantaro, and Victor showed us to the dorms, and yeah, those are definitely dorms. As if one sign saying dormitory wasn't enough. Oh, you guys keep reminding me that I haven't introduced myself to these two yet. Let me quickly catch them before they go into their dorms.
Hey, I'm Hiroshi Ito, the ultimate waiter. If you ever need anything, just let me know. I'll help you out. We could all use someone to rely on right now.
Hiroshi Ito, ultimate waiter. Huh? No wonder. I bet he gets so many tips from the lady customers. Just look at the way he glistens in the moonlight. And that voice. Even I'd tip him if he served me. Anyway, back on track. Oh, ultimate waiter, huh? I guess you could help out with our breakfast dilemma.
I'll have to discuss with Miss Garner about the menu. But I've dabbled in cooking myself, so I may know a thing or two.
A waiter and a cook? Surely that gets overwhelming.
It only gets overwhelming if I don't step in and assist. It's very busy.
Hospitality doesn't look easy, that's for sure. Makes flying planes feel like light work.
Haha, I could never fly a plane, so I do respect your line of work too.
Hey, at least we both get a bit of a break from work here, huh? I mean, serving 16 people should be a little more calm than whatever your usual is.
Yes, a little too calm.
Everything he says has some sort of soothing and comforting motive, but I think there's more to him than what meets the eye. I'd love to have a talk with him sometime alone, maybe. Just to get to know him better, you know? Beyond work conversations.
Yui Hirasawa, the ultimate violinist. Don't expect me to get friendly with everyone right away. Not with the stakes so high. It's a pleasure, anyhow.
Yui Hirasawa. She sounds famous. No wonder. She's a classical musician with the way she presents herself, though. These two are definitely the most dignified out of all of us, so no wonder they seem to be getting along. I think, anyway. Yui seems a little more cold than I imagined. Maybe she's just shy. So, you're a violinist, huh?
Stop right there.
Oh?
If you're gonna spend your time talking to me directly, make it worth it.
Oh, sorry. Not one for small talk, huh?
Exactly. It's getting late, and we need to head into our dorms.
My bad. Hey, maybe we could talk a little bit more over breakfast tomorrow morning.
Don't get your hopes up, Haruto.
And with that, she left. I know I'll get through to her eventually. I think there's a few people who'll just need a little bit more time to warm up to everyone. Me and Takumi were the last ones in, and by the time we got in there, everyone was pretty much in their respective rooms.
So, off to our rooms, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Today's been... wow.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Hey, Haruto? Do you really think we'll get out of here?
I mean, I believe in us.
But, I don't know. Never mind.
Takumi, you can say if something's bothering you, you know? There's no judgment here.
Right. Yeah. I don't know how you managed to stay so positive.
What are friends for?
Yeah. I don't do this much, but I feel like I can trust you. So, thanks for being around today, I guess.
Hey, I trust you too. We're in this together, alright? All of us. Go get some shut-eye. We've got another big day ahead of us.
Yeah, alright. Good night, Haruto.
Night, Takumi. I watched him go off to his dorm and shared a smile with him before he shut the door. I could see his eyes squint a little, which is what I consider a Takumi smile. After watching Takumi leave for his room, I heard silence for the first time today. And it's so unnerving. I don't know how I'm gonna go sleeping alone after a day like today. I kinda miss everyone already, but it's comforting to know we'll all be in the same place tonight. This must be my room. It's kind of hard to miss the sign with me on it. Eloise was right. It's definitely too comfortable to be a one-night stay thing. But hey, at least we can all enjoy a bit of luxury whilst we find a way to escape. The TV suddenly turned on and Monokuma appeared. He said he'll be doing the nightly announcements since it's past Babykuma's bedtime. It's 10 p.m. now, which means the gym and dining hall will be closed until 8 a.m. Okay, cool. Just trying to wrap my head around these rules. I wonder what happens if we don't listen to him. This would be that key that Victor mentioned too. I better lock up. Just in case. I don't think anyone here would be silly enough to listen to Monokuma or play his games. I mean, none of us would kill another person. But it's like Elle said, a bit of privacy. I hope everyone does the same too, for privacy. Yeah. I checked around the room for a bit and spares of my clothes are in the closet? I don't know if this is considerate or creepy. And are those swimming trunks? Huh? Dante wasn't wrong about the pool then. Maybe he can throw us a pool party. Living together for a while could be fun. Oh, there's also a charger cable close to the bed. I had a look and I think it's just for the phone. The monopads don't have anything like this. Huh. Monokuma must have organized this after I found the phone. Lucky too. I just realized the battery's running low. I've checked out everything there is to check out, and man, I'm exhausted. Gonna rest up and get all my energy back before tomorrow. 8 a.m. starting in the dining hall. Wow, what a day though. Didn't think I'd wake up in a school with 15 strangers and be told that our lives are on the line. It's okay though. As long as we keep our chins up, getting out of here will be light work. I've already made some good friends too. What a productive first day. I'd say it can only get better from here. Thank you guys for keeping me company, even though I can't tell the others. It's been good to have some extra wisdom in my head. Really needed it sometimes. I hope you guys can help with our escape in some way though. If anyone can figure out our location or contact our families, please do. Well, I think that's everything on my mind for now. Good night, everyone. See you all bright and early tomorrow.
And there you have it, folks! Day 1 is officially over! So, how are we feeling? Scared? Excited? Entertained? All three, I hope! We're entering Chapter 1 territory now! Oh, how exciting! At any moment, any of these students could give in to despair, and boom! Murder! I hope you're all looking forward to that as much as I am. Don't forget, your comments will have more of an influence in the story from this point onwards. See you in the morning!